All right, everyone. Country here this morning. What I got here today is I'm working on some really old actually, cast iron that I found. I don't know who the maker of it is, but I can always look that up later. But it's in really, really good shape. And I'm going to be cleaning it up and seasoning it, so I'm going to show you how I do that. Alrighty, this is it. You see, I've been using, and what I use is I just use this hand grinder with one of those kind of buffing wheels like that, because I like them because they get down in there better. And anyway, I just been cleaning up on it to make sure none of it's pitted or anything. It all looks good. Got a 7 SK on that and a -2 there. But it's an old one that's got a heat ring, so. And this one here just says 8 and got a little arrow on it. It's not pitted. I've cleaned it up some. Don't see nothing on the bottom but some old hardened grease that I'll clean off. That will bring all that off. It's got one of those kind of handles, so yeah, it's an old one. Then I got this one here, and it's a Dutch oven. It's a big one, and I actually like these big ones. It says on it, that says number 10, 12 5/8, 44 H-1. Don't know who that is, but I've never seen one that had these dimples in it like this. It's always got like tits poking out. Inside of it looks real good. Been buffing up on it some. This one probably wasn't long ago used. It basically says the same thing on the bottom, number 10, 12 5/8 inch. So I'm going to clean these up, and we're going to be seasoning them and working on them. And I was going to show you how to do these on the open fire instead of the oven, but we're not really able to get out here and have open fires just yet, so we're still going to be doing it in the oven. But I just wanted to show you these. These aren't that bad, and I'm going to show you how I'm cleaning it up. I'll just run that grinder with that buffing wheel in there, and I'll just take all this back down to where it's kind of clean metal. It won't be shiny metal. It won't be shiny. And then I'm not going to use any vinegar on this because it's just not that bad. I'll take it in the house and use soap and water and get it all nice and clean. And then we'll start seasoning. But let me get this here all buffed up and cleaned up, and I'll be back. Alright, there's one all buffed up. See, it's not like a mirror finish, not shiny, but it don't need to be because this one is in really good shape. It's not pitted or anything. You mainly just need to get it clean in there. And by hand, I might take a little sandpaper by hand, but I probably won't have to on any of this. Whenever I go to washing and cleaning, and I use the salt as the abrasive to sand it down, it'll be perfect. So let me get on to the others now. All right, on this one, I found some old seasoning in there, and I gotta keep on until I get it off. It just depends. I may not get it all off, but the whole purpose of getting all of it off is to, when you re-season it, put new stuff on, make it heat even. And this could cause a spot where it wouldn't heat as well. Maybe something would stick in here, but then not stick over here, you know. So I try to clean it all off. But a little vinegar on this, of course, soak it in a little vinegar, it'd come right off. Or put it in the fire and burn it, which that's what I was going to do today, but I still got this burn ban stuff going, and I can't build a fire outside and show you how to do that. But there'll be plenty more in the future I'll be able to show you on, so I'm going to try to keep bumping on that and get that off. But I just wanted to show you that. You see on the outside here, it's pretty thick right there on the outside too. The way it looks is probably laid like that, and it all had run to one side. Alright, I noticed some things on this one I thought I would show you. And what I'm going to show you is some clues here. I don't know how well you can see that at that handle there. You see kind of a defect like in the casting, and you see all those grind marks around the handle and around the edge. A little bit of a defect there in the casting, and see more grind marks. Look in the bottom, and there's kind of a dimple here, kind of a wavy spot maybe. There's more grinding right here. And I'll tell you what this is. You even see like maybe some impurity spots there. Well, and there's like, man, it's a hole, but it don't go all the way through. But what this is, yeah, there's another hole right there. But what this is people in a town would have a blacksmith, and they need an 8-inch skillet. Well, they go to the blacksmith, and the blacksmith had a few hanging up that he used for a pattern, and he would make castings off of them. And he probably had a pile of old cast iron that was busted and broken, and other various cast iron things that he could melt down and make somebody a skillet, or make somebody a Dutch oven or whatever. And then these casting marks, or these actual numbers that's in the casting, was probably something, and I say probably, it is, because the edges are all rounded over. They're not sharp, so that's an indication that there was, been several castings made. And that being the only marks on it, I'd say that this was one that was blacksmith made. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It all depends on the blacksmith and how well they were made, how good they were. And I kind of like the old blacksmith made stuff myself. I really do. I like the old handmade stuff. Back when America used to care about things, and people used to take pride in their work, and we used to make all the things that we needed. And it wasn't outsourced to other countries. And I just like the old stuff like this anyway. I could sit here and find little imperfections in it all over, but I ain't gonna worry about it because it just makes it look good. So I thought I'd show you that little thing there. Get some more looks of it. I still gotta get all that cooked in oil right there off. I know it's bad out here in the sun. It's hard to get a real good look at all of it. Oh yeah, you can see it good there. Dadgummit, I dropped it. And I'm also having another problem too. It won't shut down. Okay, now that one's done. And I got as much of that old cooked in seasoning as I could. It'll be good enough. I put some salt and all in there, and I'll show you the next cleaning process. So most of it will come out and smooth all out, and it'll be perfect. Alright, now it's time to clean this big boy here. And it's going to be pretty easy. Like I said, I think it was recently used. It's going to be real easy to clean. Yeah, so let me get started on this. Alrighty, I got the lid all cleaned up good, and it didn't take very long. It just took a few minutes to do that lid. It looks good. It's done. Set it over there. Let me get the rest of it here. Don't quite know where I'm going to start, but I think I'll just start right here around the top and the handle, kind of like I always do. And get the inside of it cleaned real good. Then I'll go to the outside and worry about it. All right. There's this Dutch oven cleaned up the bottom a bit, and it cleaned up real easy. Go inside and start scrubbing on it. I may use a little scraper around there, a little bit on it, and around the handle, and kind of clean up the handle a little better. But overall, it is clean. Well, got the bad stuff off. Anyway, so time to take them in and wash them all up. All right, I'm in the house in here cleaning. As you see, I put a little cooking oil in there and put salt. And I'll get me a rag here. I think I can find a rag. I don't know. Some kind of rag. Anyway, got something. Then I'll just scrub that all around, and it kind of acts like sandpaper, and then also gets all the rust and all off. Anything that's left in there. So let me clean all that up real quick, and then you'll see my finished product of that. All right. Now I got it all cleaned up with salt and oil, and even got the lid and on the inside, and I just, whatever salt I had left over from that, I just dumped onto the lid and done that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrub all this up with soap and water. And then dry it on the stove, and I'll show you that. But let me get this all washed up. Alright, got it all washed up there. Let's see, I'm just going to set this oven, this electric oven here. I'm going to set it on about, I'll set it on about like 125, because this oven here is a electric oven. It's a little off. And I'm going to put it in here. There. I'm just putting it in here to dry it. And also, I'm seeing how well it fits because they don't fit together in there. Alright. Well, that's just to dry it. Anyway, I'm getting ready to season it. I'll figure something out. That's kind of that. Now, I'm going to clean up the rest of them and have them all ready to go in there and season. Alright, got the two skillets, got them all washed up, and I'm going to throw them in the oven and dry them, and we get them all nice and dry. Then we're going to move on to something else. Move on to the putting the grease on. Show you how that's done. Alright, now I got them all dried out real good, and what I'm going to do now is put me a good coat of lard on it. Smear it all over the lid. I even do my lid. Some people don't, but I do my lid too because I don't want it to rust. So I season everything. And I'm going to put them back in the oven. So let me get that all smeared all over it, then I'll show you what it looks like after I've done it. Okay, there's the lid. I got it all done. I put the back up in there. Put the bottom of it up in there. Got that lid. And if you hear some kind of noise in here, it's just Sophie. Alright, there it all is in there, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it in there for a period of time until it all gets kind of smoked up a little bit, and then I'll pull it out and check it. So I don't really know how long it's going to take, but you know, 35-40 minutes or so. Well, I just keep checking on it, see what it looks like, and I kind of get it blackened like I want. Got a little smoke in here, so I'd cut on the fan, and I'm also cooking at the time. Got some yummy backstrapping going. So just keep a check on it and kind of get the black color I'm looking for, and then I'll take it out and I'll look at it, find some dry spots, and put some more on it, you know. So kind of a little process to go through, but we're getting there. All right, you see how that turned out. That's about it. That's about the way I want it to be seasoned. That lid, man, because it turned out a little darker for me, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of the way I like it, and I may even let some of that oil build up on there a little bit more, but that's the way I like it. So that's about all I got this time. So remember, like, share, subscribe, give me that thumbs up, and that's all I got this time. I'll see y'all next time.